As we age, the body undergoes many inevitable changes, but perhaps one of the most profound and overlooked transformations is emotional. For many elderly individuals, loneliness becomes an overwhelming reality, subtly creeping into their lives, often unnoticed at first. While loneliness is commonly seen as just a feeling of isolation, its effects extend far beyond emotions and can have serious consequences on both mental and physical health. Research has shown that chronic loneliness can increase the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even physical ailments like heart disease. As older adults lose social connections through the death of loved ones, distance, or physical limitations, the absence of companionship becomes a silent burden, exacerbating vulnerability and impacting overall well-being in deeply tragic ways. The silent, invisible damage. Stress hormones and the fight-or-flight response loneliness, particularly when it becomes chronic, can trigger a cascade of stress responses within the body. This phenomenon is rooted in our evolutionary survival mechanisms, what psychologists often call the fight-or-flight response. Under normal circumstances, this response is activated by external threats, such as a predator or dangerous situation. However, when loneliness sets in, our bodies can interpret social isolation as a form of danger. As a result, the body goes into a constant state of alertness, leading to the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone, is designed to help us cope with immediate physical danger, but when it remains elevated due to prolonged emotional stress, it can wreak havoc on our health. Elevated cortisol levels are linked to a number of chronic health conditions. Over time, this hormone can lead to elevated blood pressure, weakened immune function, and an increased risk of heart disease. The body remains in a state of heightened alertness, causing the heart to pump harder and faster than necessary, contributing to the increased risk of cardiovascular issues. Loneliness and heart disease. The connection between emotion and physical health. Perhaps one of the most disturbing connections between loneliness and aging is its impact on the cardiovascular system. The heart is, after all, not only an organ that pumps blood, it is also deeply intertwined with our emotional and psychological well-being. When loneliness sets in, the body's response is to increase blood pressure, sending the heart into overdrive. Over time, this persistent strain can cause physical changes in the heart, making it more vulnerable to disease. Elevated blood pressure, often referred to as hypertension, can damage blood vessels, leading to the narrowing of arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis increases the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. Moreover, chronic loneliness can reduce the body's ability to regulate blood flow properly, impairing circulation and leaving the heart in a compromised state. This makes the elderly particularly vulnerable to sudden heart attacks or strokes that may otherwise be preventable in a more socially connected individual. Weakening the immune system. How isolation opens the door to disease. The immune system is another area profoundly affected by the chronic stress of loneliness. A healthy immune system acts as the body's defense against pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, and other harmful invaders. However, when a person experiences loneliness over an extended period, the body's ability to defend itself begins to diminish. Cortisol, the stress hormone released during loneliness, suppresses the immune system, leaving it less capable of responding to infections. For an elderly person, the implications of a weakened immune system are serious. Simple illnesses, such as the flu or a cold, can become life-threatening when the body's defenses are not functioning optimally. It's no longer just a matter of being lonely. It's about becoming more susceptible to illness, and in some cases, developing chronic conditions such as pneumonia or infections that can lead to hospitalization or even death. The link between loneliness and depression. It's widely recognized that loneliness is a key precursor to depression. The social isolation felt by older individuals can lead to a feeling of being unimportant or invisible, which exacerbates feelings of sadness and worthlessness. Depression, which is often associated with feelings of hopelessness, can deepen as loneliness intensifies. In turn, the depression can manifest physically, further compounding the individual's health problems. The effects of depression on the brain are profound. Chronic loneliness and depression can cause changes in brain chemistry, particularly in areas related to memory, mood regulation, and cognitive function. This is why many elderly people who are lonely or depressed experience cognitive decline, difficulty concentrating, and memory loss. The more isolated they become, the more they struggle to maintain their mental sharpness. Cognitive decline, memory loss, and dementia. One of the most devastating aspects of loneliness in older adults is its link to cognitive decline. Research has shown that individuals who experience prolonged loneliness are at a significantly higher risk for developing dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. The brain, deprived of social interaction and emotional engagement, begins to deteriorate at an accelerated rate. Studies indicate that the lack of meaningful social connections and emotional engagement can lead to atrophy in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. This atrophy is commonly associated with Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Loneliness is also believed to contribute to inflammation in the brain, a process that is known to accelerate cognitive decline. It's not just a matter of feeling sad. Loneliness is actively harming the brain, causing irreversible damage that can significantly impact the person's ability to function and engage with the world around them. Loneliness and social isolation. The physical and psychological vicious cycle. The effects of loneliness are not limited to the biological and mental impacts on the body. Social isolation itself becomes a vicious cycle, where the more a person withdraws from social interaction, the more their health declines, which further isolates them from others. This cycle can feel impossible to break, especially for those who have lost loved ones or have limited social networks. The role of social connections in aging. Gracefully, social interaction is one of the most significant contributors to overall well-being, and it plays a crucial role in the mental and physical health of elderly individuals. People who have strong social connections tend to live longer, experience fewer mental health issues, and suffer from less physical decline. Social engagement provides emotional support, a sense of purpose, and the opportunity to share experiences with others. In contrast, loneliness and isolation can lead to a decline in physical health because of the reduced activity and engagement that comes with it. Without social interaction, older adults may become less likely to engage in physical activity, eat properly, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. This not only increases their risk of depression and cognitive decline, but also accelerates the physical deterioration that comes with aging. Breaking the cycle. Finding connection in later life. While the effects of loneliness are undeniably harmful, the good news is that they are not inevitable. It is possible to break the cycle of isolation and reclaim emotional and physical health, building new social connections, participating in community activities, and seeking out opportunities for interaction can make a tremendous difference in an older person's life. Moreover, even small acts of social engagement, such as talking to a neighbor or participating in online forums, can help ease feelings of loneliness and improve overall well-being. For many, volunteering, joining a senior club, or simply reaching out to family and friends can restore a sense of purpose and belonging. It is crucial that society recognizes the importance of combating loneliness in older adults, not just for their emotional well-being, but for their physical health as well. Programs designed to connect the elderly with one another, offer mental health support, and encourage physical activity can go a long way in ensuring that loneliness does not undermine the quality of life in later years. The body's evolving nutritional needs. Over time, the body's metabolic rate slows and nutrient absorption becomes less efficient, which means that the foods we eat and the nutrients we derive from them must work harder to sustain us. Without proper nourishment, aging individuals face a greater risk of malnutrition, weight loss, muscle degeneration, weakened bones, and diminished immune function. This can lead to the development of chronic diseases and may even accelerate the aging process itself. The need for particular nutrients increases significantly with age. For example, calcium and vitamin D play a pivotal role in bone health and strength, which is essential in preventing osteoporosis and fractures, two issues that become prevalent as people age. The lack of these critical nutrients can result in brittle bones that break easily, causing a significant reduction in independence. To combat this, elderly individuals need to ensure they are consuming enough dairy products, leafy greens, and fortified foods to support their bone health. Protein, too, becomes increasingly important in the later stages of life. The body uses protein to build and repair tissues, and as we age, the body becomes less efficient at utilizing protein, leading to muscle wasting and weakness. Maintaining muscle mass is vital not just for strength and physical activity, but also for preventing falls, which can become life-threatening. Elderly individuals must pay particular attention to consuming high-quality sources of protein like lean meats, legumes, eggs, and fish to maintain muscle mass and strength. Moreover, essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, help combat inflammation in the body. This becomes particularly important for seniors who are more susceptible to conditions like arthritis and cardiovascular disease. Foods like fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts are rich in omega-3s and should be incorporated into the diet to reduce inflammation and promote heart health. These fats also support cognitive function, which is crucial for memory and mental clarity as we age. The impact of poor nutrition in later life. The consequences of neglecting a balanced diet can be profound, leaving individuals vulnerable to a host of age-related health problems. Poor nutrition can weaken the immune system, making seniors more susceptible to infections and illnesses, which may be harder for their bodies to fight off. For example, low iron intake can lead to anemia, which causes fatigue, dizziness, and decreased overall vitality. Without sufficient nutrition, wounds take longer to heal, and recovery from surgery or illness is slower. In addition to physical impacts, poor nutrition has psychological consequences as well. Nutrient deficiencies can lead to cognitive decline, affecting memory, focus, and even mood. A deficiency in B vitamins, particularly B12, is often associated with fatigue, confusion, and depression in older adults. As the brain ages, its ability to maintain healthy neural connections deteriorates, and without the proper nutrients, this process accelerates, leading to conditions like Alzheimer's and other types of dementia. Nutritional deficiencies also play a role in the onset of mood disorders such as depression and anxiety. The body requires a specific balance of vitamins and minerals to function optimally, and when these are not met, it can lead to mood swings, irritability, and mental fog. This emotional instability can result in a decreased quality of life and a lack of motivation to engage in activities that could otherwise improve one's emotional well-being, such as social interaction and physical exercise. The link between diet and chronic diseases. Another alarming consequence of poor nutrition is the increased risk of chronic diseases. For individuals over 70, conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and stroke are much more common, and many of these diseases can be linked directly to diet. A poor diet, high in saturated fats, refined sugars, and processed foods, can lead to obesity and the development of these chronic conditions. For example, excessive sugar intake leads to higher blood sugar levels, which can contribute to the onset of type 2 diabetes. Similarly, diets high in unhealthy fats can result in elevated cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. A balanced diet can play a critical role in preventing and even managing these diseases. By focusing on whole, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, seniors can lower their risk of developing these chronic conditions. Moreover, a well-balanced diet can help manage existing conditions, preventing further deterioration and improving overall quality of life. For example, the DASH, Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, diet has been shown to effectively reduce high blood pressure by emphasizing fruits, vegetables, low-fat dairy, and whole grains while limiting sodium intake. Hydration and its importance in aging. One often overlooked aspect of nutrition for seniors is the importance of staying hydrated. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, which means older adults may not drink enough fluids throughout the day. This can lead to dehydration, which causes fatigue, confusion, kidney problems, and increased risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs. Dehydration can also affect skin elasticity, making the skin more prone to wrinkles and damage. Seniors should aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day, and they should also include hydrating foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and soups in their diet to help meet their hydration needs. Practical tips for seniors to maintain a balanced diet. Maintaining a balanced diet can feel daunting for seniors, especially if they are dealing with mobility issues, limited access to fresh foods, or reduced appetite. However, with a few adjustments, it is possible to make healthy eating an achievable goal. One helpful tip is to plan meals ahead of time, ensuring they include a variety of nutrient-dense foods. Seniors can also benefit from smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day if larger meals seem overwhelming. By including a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, individuals can ensure they are meeting their nutritional needs without feeling burdened by large meal sizes. For those with limited mobility, using delivery services or enlisting help from family or friends to shop for fresh produce can make a significant difference. Additionally, simple nutritious meals like soups, stews, and casseroles that can be prepared in batches and frozen for future use can offer both convenience and nutrition. Seniors should also consider working with a dietitian to tailor a diet plan to their specific needs. A dietitian can help address specific health concerns, such as managing diabetes, heart disease, or osteoporosis, by suggesting targeted foods and supplement recommendations that will improve overall health and well-being. The role of gentle strength exercises in aging. In addition to a balanced diet, engaging in gentle strength exercises is another crucial element of maintaining optimal health in later years. As we age, the body naturally loses muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia, which can lead to weakness, balance issues, and an increased risk of falls. Without regular strength training, seniors may find themselves unable to perform basic tasks, such as standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries, making them more dependent on others and reducing their quality of life. Fortunately, strength exercises can be adapted to meet the needs of older adults, helping them regain strength and maintain independence. Benefits of strength training for older adults. Strength training, or resistance exercises, offers several health benefits for older adults. For one, it helps maintain and build muscle mass, preventing the loss of strength and mobility that can make daily tasks difficult. The benefits of strength training extend beyond muscle growth. It also increases bone density, reduces the risk of osteoporosis, enhances joint flexibility, and improves balance and coordination. These benefits are vital for preventing falls, which are one of the most common causes of injury in the elderly. Moreover, strength training helps improve metabolism and regulate blood sugar levels. making it a valuable tool for managing conditions like diabetes and obesity. Additionally, studies have shown that resistance exercises can improve cognitive function by increasing blood flow to the brain and enhancing the growth of new neural connections, providing mental clarity and a sharp mind. The importance of quality protein. Intake for muscle maintenance. Muscle mass naturally declines as we age, a condition known as sarcopenia. This process can begin as early as our 30s, but it accelerates in our 70s, often leading to frailty, decreased mobility, and a heightened risk of falls. The key to slowing this decline is ensuring adequate protein intake. Protein acts as the building block for our muscles, tissues, and organs, and it plays a crucial role in repairing and rebuilding muscle fibers that break down naturally over time. For older adults, it is important to consume high-quality protein sources that are rich in essential amino acids. These sources include lean meats like chicken, turkey, and fish, as well as plant-based options such as tofu, legumes, and quinoa. These protein-rich foods are more than just fuel for the muscles. Think of them as the scaffolding that supports the entire body. Without enough protein, muscles weaken, and basic activities like standing up, walking, or carrying groceries become more difficult. By incorporating these sources of protein into daily meals, older adults can ensure their bodies have the tools they need to stay strong and independent for as long as possible. Calcium and vitamin D, essential nutrients for bone health. Another significant consequence of aging is the weakening of bones, which is particularly noticeable after 50, the age of 50. As bone density decreases, the risk of fractures and osteoporosis increases, which can lead to a loss of independence, chronic pain, and even disability. This is why calcium and vitamin D become so crucial for older adults. These two nutrients are instrumental in maintaining strong, healthy bones. Calcium is vital for bone strength because it helps build and maintain bone structure. Dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese are excellent sources of calcium, but there are also plant-based options like fortified almond milk, leafy greens such as kale and broccoli, and tofu. Vitamin D, on the other hand, is essential for calcium absorption and helps prevent bone loss. While it can be found in foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified foods such as cereals and orange juice, the best source of vitamin D is sunlight. Just 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure a few times a week can significantly boost vitamin D levels, which in turn helps the body absorb calcium more effectively. By ensuring sufficient intake of both calcium and vitamin D, older adults can improve their bone density, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, fractures, and falls. This allows them to continue engaging in physical activities that are vital for maintaining their independence and overall quality of life. Healthy fats. A heart-healthy choice for longevity. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of aging is the rise in heart disease, which often stems from years of unhealthy eating habits. As we age, our cardiovascular system becomes more vulnerable to damage caused by poor diet, lack of exercise, and the natural decline of our body's functions. However, the inclusion of healthy fats in the diet can significantly reduce the risk of cardiovascular issues and support long-term heart health. Healthy fats, such as those found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, offer numerous benefits for older adults. They help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, reduce inflammation, and improve brain function. These fats also contribute to a stronger immune system, which weakens as we age. By replacing unhealthy trans fats and saturated fats, common in processed and fried foods, with heart-healthy fats, older adults can dramatically reduce their risk of heart disease and promote longevity. In addition to protecting the heart, healthy fats have anti-inflammatory properties that are essential for combating chronic conditions such as arthritis, which is common in older adults. A diet rich in healthy fats supports overall joint function, alleviating discomfort and improving mobility. Fiber, supporting digestive health for greater comfort. As we grow older, our digestive systems naturally slow down, leading to issues such as constipation, bloating, and indigestion. This is where fiber comes into play. Fiber plays an essential role in maintaining a healthy digestive tract by promoting regular bowel movements, preventing constipation, and supporting the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. For older adults, fiber is also crucial for managing weight, as it helps individuals feel full longer and reduces the temptation to snack on unhealthy foods. Whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes, and seeds are excellent sources of fiber. Foods like oats, barley, apples, berries, and beans are not only rich in fiber, but they also contribute to the overall health of the digestive system by preventing gastrointestinal issues. A fiber-rich diet can also help manage blood sugar levels, reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and lower cholesterol levels, all of which are vital for older adults looking to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Reducing sugar and salt. Key to managing common health risks. While sugar and salt are essential in small amounts for bodily functions, excessive intake, especially in older adults, can lead to a variety of health problems. Excess sugar intake contributes to obesity, diabetes, and poor cardiovascular health, while excessive salt intake can lead to hypertension, which increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and kidney damage. Unfortunately, these two ingredients are commonly found in processed foods, snacks, and sugary beverages, making it easy for older adults to consume them in excess without even realizing it. By reducing sugar and salt consumption, older adults can lower their risk of developing chronic diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Instead of sugary snacks or drinks, individuals can replace them with fresh fruits, herbal teas, and homemade meals that allow them to control the amount of sugar added. Additionally, instead of using salt to flavor food, seniors can incorporate natural herbs and spices, like garlic, ginger, basil, and turmeric, which not only enhance the taste but also provide anti-inflammatory benefits. By making these small changes, seniors can help maintain heart health, improve blood sugar regulation, and reduce the risk of complications from common age-related conditions. Vitamins and minerals. Addressing deficiencies for energy and vitality. As we age, our ability to absorb certain vitamins and minerals declines. This can lead to nutrient deficiencies, particularly in vitamins like B12, B6, and folate, as well as minerals like zinc and magnesium. These deficiencies can negatively impact energy levels, immune function, and cognitive health. For example, vitamin B12 is essential for nerve function and the production of red blood cells. Without enough B12, seniors may experience fatigue, weakness, confusion, and memory problems. While many of these nutrients can be found in foods, such as meat, poultry, eggs, and leafy greens, some older adults may need to rely on fortified foods or supplements to meet their needs. Regular checkups with a healthcare provider can help monitor nutrient levels and ensure that older adults are getting the vitamins and minerals they need to feel energized, alert, and healthy. Building and maintaining muscle. The role of gentle strength training. In addition to a balanced diet, engaging in gentle strength exercises can be a game changer for older adults. Strength training doesn't have to involve heavy weights or intense gym sessions. In fact, simple exercises like resistance band workouts, chair exercises, or light dumbbell routines can significantly improve muscle tone, balance, and flexibility. Strength training is vital for older adults because it not only helps build and maintain muscle mass but also reduces the risk of falls. By enhancing muscle strength and balance, seniors can improve their mobility and prevent accidents that can lead to serious injuries, such as hip fractures. In addition to the physical benefits, strength exercises also boost mood, reduce anxiety, and foster a sense of independence and control, all of which are key to maintaining emotional well-being. Mental and emotional benefits. The power of physical activity. Physical activity isn't just about building muscles and bones, it's also a powerful tool for enhancing mental and emotional well-being. Walking, strength training, or even yoga can help boost mood, reduce feelings of anxiety, and increase overall happiness. These activities promote the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones, which help reduce stress and improve emotional resilience. Moreover, staying active allows older adults to retain their independence, which is crucial for self-esteem and confidence. When older adults feel confident in their ability to move, perform daily tasks, and engage in physical activities, it can have a profound impact on their mental health, helping them to maintain a positive outlook on life.